Hello, this is Ian, and this is going to be your 3 best options for TEFL or TESOL courses to teach English in Asia. TEFL and TESOL, these are basically refer to the same things. It's a different acronym, so it's like in Thailand how they say same but different. Okay, so you're probably confused if you're just getting into TEFL and thinking about teaching abroad and you see so many options, you have so many options, then this is for you. I'm going to make this simple and I'm going to give you 3 options of what you can do. Okay, so really quick, option number 1 is you don't need to take a TEFL course. To legally teach English in much of Asia, you do not need to take a TEFL course to get a legal work visa. Now, it's going to depend on the school and a little bit on the country as to, some schools may prefer that you have a TEFL or TESOL certification and others may not. All schools will prefer that you have experience or related experience. So basically a TEFL or TESOL certificate is something to give you a start and give you a little bit of related experience. Okay, but legally you don't necessarily need it to teach in much of Asia. So I taught in Taiwan, Korea, and China, and I knew people in all those places teaching without TEFL or TESOL certification. Okay, so it's certainly possible. So the pro is that you could save money to do that. The con is how you going to teach, how you going to learn how to teach. Teaching is going to be your job, and you're going to be spending most probably, depending on the kind of school you work in and how many hours you work, you're going to spend most of your time in a classroom teaching. And if you don't like teaching, the teaching part of it, you're not going to really like the whole teaching abroad experience. So that's where I would say to you might want to invest in teaching yourself if you're going to take that route, not take a TEFL course. And you're going to teach yourself how are you going to do that? Where are you going to start? You know, potentially could take you longer to learn about teaching and how to teach if you don't take a course of some sort. But it's up to you, right? You're free to decide. So, okay, let's go to option number 2. Option number 2, take a CELTA course. A CELTA course is considered by many to be the best or one of the best TEFL courses that you could take to teach English abroad. These are month-long courses, and you spend about 40 hours a week in a classroom studying and learning about teaching English as a foreign language. They are accredited by the University of Cambridge, and so they have sort of a reputation as such as being good courses. Now, in Asia, in my experience, many schools will not know the difference between a TEFL, a TESOL, or a CELTA course. So if you're in it for just the prestige and whatnot, you could be disappointed. Or if you're taking it to hopefully make more money, you could be disappointed because the school you end up working in doesn't really know. It depends on the school, of course, which is the case in all of Asia. Every school is going to be different, have different preferences for teachers and whatnot. I'd say all schools will prefer teachers with experience. So taking some TEFL course is like kind of giving you an edge up, giving you a little bit of experience, something you can put on your resume. Although it's not the same as real experience, of course. Remember that. So the pros of taking a CELTA course are, I just mentioned, the reputation. At least in some places, especially like Middle East or Europe, it's considered a really good course. So it's a good course. It focuses on teaching adults. If you really want to teach adults, then that's a good course to take. Because the A in CELTA is for teaching adults. So that's good. Cons of taking a CELTA course are it's going to cost a lot of money. Okay, it's going to cost maybe $2,000, maybe more, maybe less if you go abroad and take it. But CELTA courses are expensive. They are time-consuming and demanding. They take a lot of energy. You can do a search online for is CELTA worth it or not. Also, this post is based on a previous blog post that I wrote with the same title or similar title, and on that blog post I put a link down below or in the video. There's links to other sites, other people's comments who took the CELTA course talking about it. So so it could be demanding. You might not pass. So you can spend all that money, invest all that time, have a bunch of stress, and then not get a certificate. That's a possibility. So yeah, price and time intensive, work intensive, those are some of the cons. And, okay, so let's go to option number 3. Option number 3, take one of ESLinsider's courses. ESLinsider's courses focus more on teaching children from the age about 6 to 13. Now, if you're going to teach with a target, and if you're going to teach in Asia, most jobs teaching in Asia are like around that age group, are for teaching children, most jobs. You can teach there's all kinds of jobs. You can teach adults. There's probably someplace you can work in a monastery someplace and teach monks. That's possible. Or you could teach in university or high schools or kindergarten. Those are all possibilities. You can teach all age. But these courses focus a little bit more on teaching children 6 to 13. So also another thing is that they use a lot of videos. And videos are like, I don't know, it's a lot better way to learn instead of like reading from a book. Like when I first started teaching, I was always looking for ideas, I needed help. I did take a TESOL course before I started too. It wasn't very good and it didn't help much. So I was always trying to learn how to teach the kids that I was teaching, and get ideas for classroom. I spent a lot of time searching online. And what I learned was it's just easier to watch other teachers teach. Okay, like if I sat in on other teachers' classes, or I went to some association meetings where they have like TESOL meetings where they have teachers do demonstrations, show you how to do something. It's a way easier way to learn. And another reason why some people say like online courses suck, but this is where videos come in. Videos can replicate like being in the classroom. You can see something done. And these videos that I made for ESLinsider are just all shot in classrooms in Korea. These are real students. These are real classrooms. If you take an in-class course, you're going to be, even though a lot of people say, hey, that's so much better than an online course, that a lot of times you're like in the class with other people like you who want to learn, and those are your students. So you're doing like a mock sort of teaching. It's like pseudo students in many cases. I can't speak for all courses. The course I took was like that, and I know some other courses are like that as well. Some courses use videos that are of like that. They'll like record the TESOL course, so the other teachers like you in there learning about teaching, so it's not really like an authentic learning experience. So that's one of the benefits of ESLinsider's courses. Lots of videos. Videos are a much easier way. I'll put some links. People prefer to watch, for learning online, to watch videos versus learning by reading text. And most people only read, again, another link I'll leave in there, like 20 to maybe 30% at the most of a text on a page. People are scanning, skimming. I took an online course from someone else just to kind of see what it was like, and much of the course was like that. It was it's all text, a few images here and there, kind of generic stock photos, and there's no video. So it's just like, it's information that if you can't see something being done, I don't know. You can still learn that way by reading, but it's not as rich, and you're not going to remember much of what you actually read or do in a course like that. So that's one of the benefits. It's online. A few courses might not accept. A con would be that it would be online. Maybe a few schools might not accept online courses, but I'd say in teaching in Asia, this is really rare, as I already mentioned. There's some schools where you don't need any certification at all. So, yeah. So there you have it. There are three options that you have. Makes it simple for you, and you can decide what to do. You're free to decide. I'll leave some links. I'm sure I forgot some details. I'll link to the original article. You can check that out for more. There's other stuff I linked to in that article that you may be interested in reading in about other courses like the CELTA course and whatnot, people's comments on that, or teaching without a degree, and some reviews of ESLinsider's courses. So I hope that helps, and I hope you have a good day.